email from
Last
Chris
question
talking
for
about.
him, Alex. What do we got?
All right, well, real quick here. Indiana, Michigan State, Wisconsin. Who's going to take home the Big Ten crown, Andy?
Well, I mean, as far as the Big Ten race, I'm going to have to go with Indiana. Indiana, MSU, and Wisconsin are all pretty good teams. They're one and two loss teams, but I think Indiana's the best. They have the most talented team. They're really deep. They have 4 players scoring in double digits and a stud freshman, Eric Gordon. They've only played one ranked team. That was number 21, Southern Illinois. But I really think they'll rise to the occasion and win the league. MSU's the next best out of the 3. I love Drew Neitzel. Whenever you have Tom Izzo on the bench, that's going to it's going in your favor. But I really think, against UCLA earlier in the year, they could have done a better job and won that game. As far as Wisconsin, they're obviously an adequate team, but they lost by 24 points to Duke earlier this year. So anyway, thanks for having me on the show, guys. I really appreciate the chance to talk hoops.
And folks, that was Andy Bahina, our Wolf College basketball analyst for today. He's gone, but Alex and I will be right back after this commercial break, so keep it right here on Wolf.
Yes. Hello? Hi. What does the G-spot even stand for?
Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it?
Yeah. Hello? About poking. Do I poke before I message, or do I message before I poke?
Welcome back to You Say Maize, I Say Blue. I am Alex Prasad, guest hosting here with Chris Deshawn. And, of course, now it's time for good idea, bad idea. Obviously, the best idea of the day was to have me host. But moving on from that, an almost as good idea, I think, Chris. You don't see it very often, but an assistant coach, NFL, offered a job, a head coaching job, and turned down. That's talking about Jason Garrett at Dallas. Good idea or bad idea, Chris?
Excellent idea. He's only 41 years old, was still playing NFL football in 2004. He's still too close to the game. Remove himself from the coaching ranks a little bit. Only 3 years of coaching experience. Stay in Dallas, good job. Now you're getting paid $3 million. You're working on a great staff, working with a great quarterback in Romo. Good idea.
Well, and I agree 110%, unfortunately. And that's but if you look at the other jobs he was offered, Baltimore and Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta, they got nothing. Baltimore, they got a decent team, but then you're going to have to deal with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed running the locker room. I wouldn't mess with that either.
In the locker room there.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
yeah.
So, it is a very good move for them. Jason Garrett, get some coaching experience. They say he's going to be a very good coach, so I'm hoping. He coached Troy Aikman. All he did, he didn't coach Troy Aikman. He sat on the bench watching Troy Aikman. And you watch that good of a quarterback, he should be pretty good.
Right. Yeah, and he's next in line in Dallas. And Dallas,
makes sense to me.
Has some good players.
Next topic: Bill Parcells overhauling Miami with Cowboys. Good idea, bad idea?
Well, we were talking about this, and we both agree this is not such a great idea, but for different reasons.
Right.
See, I think that Bill Parcells is going to see, Tony Sparano, not Tony Soprano. It's very hard not to say that.
Very funny. I'm sure that was the first time that joke was ever made.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. We'll double check that. Maybe Stat Boy will get on that for us. But no, you know what? They're going to reach a point. I personally think, Bill Parcells, he's proved that he can be a good GM. He's going to get them to about an 8-8 scenario. They're going to plateau, I believe, in 2 or 3 years, and then Bill Parcells is going to feel that itch one last time to step in. And it's happened before in Miami with the Heat.
I don't know about that. Here's my problem. I think it's a bad idea because you're bringing in a guy in Sparano. He must be good. I'll say that. But he's only head coaching experience ever anywhere is University of New Haven back in the mid-90s. Where? This guy has never coached anywhere, only in the NFL 7 seasons. Got to get a guy that with some kind of experience. Parcells must see something we don't.
I did not know that about University of New Haven.
Hey, D2 school. We got to move on. Playing the odds. What are the odds, Alex, that Brett Favre retires now that he's out of the playoffs?
Well, I am personally annoyed by this story every year, just because you know what?
It is going to be a bother.
There's been so much waffling. We better start calling Brett Favre Aunt Jemima. For goodness sakes, come on. There is zero chance he's not coming back. The Packers got an undefeated team, the youngest team in the NFL, rather, and
they were pretty good.
They were pretty good. They almost won the NFC Championship game.
Simply. I got at 20%. Got to have a chance. You never know what his family might say. What's the next one, Alex?
I guess Tony Dungy, is he going to win another Super Bowl in Indianapolis? And obviously, I've taken into account how long is he going to be there.
Well, you know, I think he might only be there for another year, maybe 2. I mean, he just came back recently, a couple days ago now. I got 25%. He does have Peyton Manning on his team, but there's that one team called the Patriots in their conference, and I see the Patriots winning the Super Bowl next year, too.
Well, you know,
I'll just say that right now.
Call me crazy, but you know, you never know if Tom Brady might hurt his foot or something. I put it at 50% just because I think it comes down to Colts or Patriots. That's the only 2 teams out there really competing next year.
Good number. That's easy. Moving on to hoops. Boston Celtics, they're 33-6 right now. Alex, what's the chance that they endanger the 95-96 Chicago Bulls record, 72-10?
You know, I've kind of been a doubting Thomas about the Celtics. I did not think they'd be as good as they would, especially I did not think they'd be better than the Pistons. That's arguable, but you know, I mean, they're definitely competitive.
That's for another argument there, Alex.
They're definitely competitive with the Pistons. I did not see that coming. I put it at 15. They still got to go out west twice.
I got it at 0. It's not going to happen. They haven't even played the hard part of their schedule yet. Next one. Let's talk tennis.
Roger Federer dominating as usual. Actually, a little bit of trouble there in the Australian Open.
Did have a 5-setter there against Tipsarevic. Great match.
What are the odds?
You do not bet against Roger Federer, especially if it's not on clay. It's going to be him and Nadal in the final. 80% chance that he beats him there.
I
don't bet against Federer. I don't bet against the Patriots. I don't bet against Federer. I learned that.
Yeah. All right. Well,
ATP's decree. Go for it, young fella.
ATP's decree. That's right. It's my turn. And you know, let's talk about toughness, boys and girls. You know, there's a big deal made before the NFC Championship game about, you know, the Giants' offensive line is not going to wear sleeves, and the Packers' lines never wear sleeves, and you know, who's tougher? I'm not doubting anybody's manhood that plays on an NFL team or anyone that plays football in -4 degrees. But you want to talk about toughness that I admire? I admire Lawrence Tynes, and I know there's probably some people laughing right now. You know what? That guy was the GOAT twice, and Tom Coughlin yelled at him twice with his very scary face, mind you. And he came back the 3rd time and came through in the clutch and put his team in the Super Bowl. I respect that.
All right, sounds good.
All right, well,
Big C spree is up. Let me show you how we do it. Folks, we talked about Terrell Pryor just a minute ago here. There is a not as highly touted recruit coming to Michigan next year. His name's Elliott Mueller. He's a 6'6" offensive lineman. He'll be here next fall, but in a sad story I just learned of recently, he was actually involved in a deadly car accident down in Ohio, involving a 90-year-old driver who ran a stoplight. 4 people in the car with Mueller. Unfortunately, his father and his girlfriend were killed in the accident. His mother and himself survived. Mueller is going to be okay. He's still coming here to play football, but he's going to come here with a heavy heart. Folks, if we see him on campus, just let him know our prayers are with him, and that we hope all goes well, and that you know, the Michigan family really supports him through all this, and that hopefully, you know, he can get off to the right foot. Very tough time losing your father and your girlfriend. That family must be torn apart right now. It happened during the holidays as well. So
some things more important than sports.
Exactly.
Believe it or not.
Exactly. We got to jump over to staff boy Charlie Clinton. Charlie, where did we mess up?
Well, for starters, you messed up at the Chris Jan, you messed up when you said that the Michigan hockey team was 22-0. They're 22-2, actually.
I didn't say that?
Yeah, you did.
You did.
Alex, you messed up when you said that Michigan State had beaten Michigan in women's basketball for 300 years straight. Last time we beat them was in 2000, actually. I looked that up. That's all for now, though.
That's it, Charlie?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got more. He'll write his book later.
Yeah.
We got to go. We got to jump into the rapid-fire wrap-up.
What's the difference?
It's all right. Folks, we remind you to email us at wolf.ysmisb.umich@umich.edu. We read those emails. Send us your comments, questions, complaints. We'll read them. We don't care. End zone, Alex, Sidney Crosby. He's out 8 weeks. What's wrong with him?
Knee.
No,
knee.
High ankle sprain. You got that one wrong. You need to do some more reading.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
What's the
but hey,
next one?
I'm already thinking about Bobby Knight, and he has cojones, my friends, calling out the fans after he wins his 900th game.
That's Bobby Knight,
someone
baby.
showed up for this
He's
game.
been coaching for 42 years, longer than most of those people have been
alive. You can say what you want.
Speaking of old, John Wooden, no more autographs.
97 years old.
No more autographs.
He can sign autographs.
Yeah, I would leave that guy alone.
Hardest things he can do.
I agree.
Chris Webber,
native Detroiter. He's back in the news. Might come back to the Pistons, maybe the Lakers, maybe the Heat.
Right, Lakers, Heat.
I thought he was long gone after last year. He might be back. We don't know. And then Ryan Mallett, this guy right here. Why don't you hold that up?
That's right. And you know, whoever made this, I think we have an idea. Matt O'Day probably. Hilarious.
Going to Arkansas. Bye-bye, Ryan. We'll talk to you in a couple
years. He went to Arkansas and he, caused sprinkler problems, all sorts of damage in the dorm rooms. We got to go.
Rich Rodriguez had some files, thinking back at West Virginia that he destroyed all files. Baloney, you're allowed to do that. They got all the records they need at West Virginia. Don't believe that. Rich Rodriguez is innocent of all charges. Alex, we got to get out of here. We thank the main event. We thank the director. Folks, that's Alex Prasad. Give him a round of a hand at home. Great job for the newcomer host. I am Chris Jan. Danny Sass and I will be back. We'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.